Welcome back to Estoria-Ta. Our next visual artist goes great depths to get the job done.
Hi, I'm Tim Rock. I'm an underwater photographer and I've been doing it for about 35 years. And I'm a delegate for the Guam Festival of the Pacific Arts.
Tim's love for diving and underwater photography started while on R&R during the Vietnam War. He said his very first dive changed his life.
I saw all the beautiful corals and the beautiful colors and I said, I really have to do this. I went back to college after I was in the Army, became a broadcast journalist and worked in television news for quite a few years. And then one day in the back of Broadcast magazine, I saw an ad for Guam, that they had an opening in Guam. I'd continued the diving. I got my certificate and I was going to Mexico and the Bahamas, but I lived in the Midwest, so it was kind of hard for me to become a good underwater photographer. So what I wanted to do was live someplace where I could go diving or snorkeling in the morning, take underwater pictures and then go to work. And so I went, wow, Guam sounds like it's good. So it worked out. I came out here to work as the photo chief for Guam Cable TV. And I worked there for about 3 or 4 years. And then I worked for the Pacific Daily News, doing the Islander magazine on Sundays for about 10 years after that. And during that time, that's how I kept shooting. I started traveling around all the Micronesia islands and started writing diving guides. And it's become my life, become a profession. So it's kind of the dream come true.
Shooting now for close to 4 decades, Tim admits underwater photography presents some obstacles.
It's really challenging because underwater things are always changing. You know, the water's always moving and the fish are always doing something. You know, it's kind of like a walk in the forest, on steroids or something like that. So I've never been bored with my time underwater. Once you get to know what some of the creatures do and understand what the corals are and understand what the ocean's doing, well then, every kind of trip or, venture into the sea becomes pretty exciting. You just want to keep gaining knowledge and, watch behavior. And so it's really been something that I've been able to pursue, all these years and not get bored.
Guam serves as his base as he travels around the world.
And then you've got, kind of a candy store after that. Yap has its manta rays and Palau's got the beautiful rock islands with all their drop-offs and fish. And, we can get to the Philippines really easily. And that place is really growing now and really starting to get popular with underwater folks. So, and then of course we had all the flights to Bali for so many years. I did 3 or 4 books, for Bali diving and Indonesian diving. We just finished one on Raja Ampat last week. So it just keeps continuing, yeah. Or if you want to take great white sharks, you have to travel down to Baja in Mexico or down to South Africa. And so it starts getting more involved the more you get into it, but the rewards are really great too. So you get to combine travel, culture, and diving all in one profession.
You've probably seen his work from books he's produced.
In Guam, I like, our marine preserves are so nice now. I liked it well enough that I did 2 books about them. And so, which were pretty much just kind of personal projects that later got support of the community. When it came time to print up the books, I did, a Kickstarter campaign. And people, jumped on board and encouraged me, and it was really, very heartening to see that people cared that much about our marine preserves. So I really like going to even just snorkeling in Tuman, or going over the reef at Gun Beach, diving around the bomb holes in Pidi.
This won't be Tim's first Festival of Pacific Arts.
I went to the one in Palau, and it was really exciting. I've also been to the Solomons studying tattooing, and I've been to a good number of the islands that are involved just for my underwater photography. We go to Tonga for whales, and we go to Fiji for bull sharks, and so a lot of the nations, I'm very excited to see them come and you know, do their different dances and that sort of thing. I was actually stranded on an island in the Solomons, Northern Solomons, and got to see in Palau some people from that island at the last Festpac. And you know, I recognized the dance, and it's very unusual to see a dance from that island. So you know, it was pretty exciting. And you know, the Festpac, every day there's more dances, more things are going on, and it just gets better and better. So I'm very excited to see it on Guam.
Stay tuned to Estoria-Ta. Up next, we'll introduce you to another member of the diaspora delegation.